この時間は本大会公式イメージソング EXILE THE SECOND さんのウィナーをお楽しみいただきました。プレスカンファレンスまもなくスタートになります。さて皆様本日はお忙しい
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being here despite your busy schedule, and we would like to begin the press conference for Tokyo Marathon 2024. Since last year, 2023, several records were broken in the world of marathon, producing a new Japan record and a new world record, attracting interest. 2024 is an Olympic and Paralympic year, and for many athletes, Tokyo Marathon is a critical race in their bid to obtain the tickets to Paris. We will begin the wheelchair invited athletes press conference, and after a break from 1300 hours, we will do the press conference for the elite invited athletes. I am Tsujioka Gido, anchor person at Nippon Television World Corporation, and I'm happy to be serving as the MC. First of all, we would like to check whether you have received the following documents as you checked in at the reception desk for the press release. First of all, the program, you have it. And secondly, information on athletes who aren't participating. Thirdly, information on international streaming. And fourthly, precautions to be followed by the press on the race day. Sunday, March 3rd, on the race day, the event will be aired in 160 countries and regions around the world. At the entrance to this hall, we have on exhibit the ranking of the Abbott World Marathon measures and the pure gold, pure silver, and pure bronze medals for Tokyo Marathon 2024 provided by Tanaka Holdings. So please take a look. I now would like to invite the President and CEO of the Tokyo Marathon Foundation and Race Director, Mr. Hayano Tadaaki, for greetings. Please welcome Mr. Hayano with a round of applause. Hello. President of Tokyo Marathon Foundation, I am Hayano. Thank you for coming to the Tokyo Marathon 2024 press conference. At the outset, I wish to express my sympathies to those who have been affected by the Noto Peninsula earthquake, which hit us in January. We are offering to offer support through the Tokyo Marathon by purchasing traditional sweets produced in Ishikawa Prefecture to provide the runners and facilitating the transfer of rides of runners who are unable to participate in the competition due to the disaster. This weekend on Sunday, Tokyo Marathon 2024 will be organized. Wheelchair and then elite invited athletes press conference will be held in the hours to come. It will be a long day, but bear with us until the very end. The title of Tokyo Marathon 2024 is Tokyo, My Favorite Place. ... You can insert whatever phrase you like: to run, to eat, to drink, to visit, whatever you like. So enjoy the Tokyo Marathon as well as the streets of Tokyo, since you're all here. The wheelchair press conference will be held, and elite athletes press conference will be held soon. It will be a long day, but thank you and stay until the end. Thank you very much. That was Hayano-san. Now, let me introduce to you the Abbott World Marathon Majors. It consists of 6 events: Tokyo, Boston, London, Berlin, Chicago, and New York City marathons. Video featuring the latest Series 16 has arrived. Enjoy the video. I hope you enjoy the video featuring Abbott World Marathon Majors Series 16.
お待たせいたしました。これより
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. We would now like to start the press conference for the elite wheelchair athletes. We would now like to introduce the participants of this press conference. Please give them a big round of applause. Soejima Masazumi, wheelchair race director, and from the Tokyo Marathon Foundation. Now I'd like to introduce the invited wheelchair women's athletes. Athlete bib number 2002, Manuela SCHÄR. Ms. SCHÄR is from Switzerland. She won last year's Tokyo Marathon, holder of the course record. Next, athlete bibs number 2003, Susannah SCARONI. Ms. SCARONI is from the United States. She came in third at the Oita International Wheelchair Marathon last year. Next, athlete bibs number 2007, Wakako. Ms. TSUCHIDA belongs to Tokyo Road Race, coming back to the Tokyo Marathon since 2022 for the 2021 race. Athlete bibs number 2008, KINA Tsubasa. Ms. KINA belongs to the Okinawa Ryukyu Sports Support. She came in second at last year's Tokyo Marathon. Please give the athletes and the race director a big round of applause. We will now start the talk show together with the marathon race director, Soejima-san. First of all, we would like to receive greetings from the athletes as well as the current condition. SCHÄR-san, please. Ms. SCHÄR, please. So please give us your greetings and talk about your condition today.
Okay, thanks for having me. I'm so sorry, chat yeah, I'm looking forward to race again in Tokyo, and weather looks good, so I'm very excited for Sunday.
And what about your condition now?
It's the first race of the season, so I'm looking forward to see where I stand. I had good winter training. Yeah, I'm excited for the first race.
Ms. SCARONI, please give us your greetings as well as your condition.
Thank you. Well, it's great to be here. My name is Susannah, and I would say, like Manuel, this is my first race of the season, and so I'm looking forward to finding out more about how my condition is, but I've had very, very good winter training as well, and looking forward to Sunday.
Thank you very much. Tsuchida-san, please. Hello, everyone. My name is Tsuchida Wakako of Will Race. This is the first race for the season for me. And I used to lead the race in the past, but now I am trying to catch up to the leaders. But I'm very happy to be competing with these athletes, outstanding athletes, because this is going to lead to a better record for me. So I am going to aim higher this year. Thank you. Kina-san, please. Hello, everyone. I am Kina Tsubasa of the Okinawa Ryukyu Sports Support. This is my first race for the year as well. So I want to find out what my condition is going to be through the Sunday's race. I'm so happy to be competing with outstanding athletes from. So I want to try how I can compete with them during the race.
皆さんのまず意気込み、ご挨拶聞きまして。
はい、そうですね。
What are your thoughts, Soejima-san? We haven't seen the way you train. We don't know what the environment is. It seems that Manuela, you don't seem to be giving information on the social media about yourself. But we are very curious about your training in the wintertime. Switzerland, in Switzerland, what kind of training do you do in the wintertime? So how did you train during the winter season?
So there's no secret. We train mostly on the rollers because it's really cold outside and it's wet. So mostly on the rollers in the gym. And then I try to go outside on my like skis, cross-country skiing, just to be able to train outside. And then I spent 1 week in Spain to do some good training outside. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
そうなんですね。
そうなんですね。
は
So it seems that the training in Japan is what we do domestically in Japan. We spend the whole year training in Japan, not going outside of Japan. So it's not. It doesn't. It's very rare for Japanese athletes to be training overseas. But I hope that everyone can have the race with a good result. Tsuchiya-san and Kina-san, what are your thoughts? You seem to have been conversing with each other. What are your thoughts? Manuela-san and Ms. Caroni. I was very curious about the winter training. I didn't know about the training you're conducting, so we're very impressed. That's what we were talking about. Tsuchiya-san, what are your thoughts? That's very good information. I'd like to do cross-country training as well. So it's very important to have different types of training. That's very important. Now, Soejima-san, what is the outlook for the race this year? We have many people from the media participating. What is going to be the focus of this year's race? Well, we are very interested always about the leading pack. We are trying to imagine what the race is going to be like in last year's Berlin race, as well as for the women's athletes present here. The leading pack participants are competing in the race. So we are very interested about how the leading pack is going to be competing. I'm sure Manuela-san and Susannah, I'm sure that you must have an image of the race. What kind of race do you think it's going to be? Do you have a race plan? What is your race plan for Sunday?
For my expectations, like you said, we have a really strong field here this year. Many of those people I raced with at Berlin when we had a really strong pack the whole time. I am as interested as you are to find out what will happen. I think we all mentioned, this is the first race of 2024. We haven't raced since New York City together, and that's a very different course than Tokyo. So I'm very interested as well. I think you can expect it to be a really good race because there's so many strong athletes here in the women's field, especially.
So I'm wondering what kind of a race it is going to be, but I'm sure it's going to be an interesting race for sure. For the Japanese athletes, you are going to be competing with international athletes. How are you going to keep up with them? What do you imagine the race to be? Well, I am going to go after the people who are ahead of me. There's no other tactic. Yes, we just have to keep up with the leaders in the race, and I'm going to do my utmost to keep up. So is it going to be a leaders pack, or are you going to break away from the leading pack? I'm sure you are thinking of these tactics that is going to be very interesting for the race. For this race, this is going to be an important race in the run-up toward the Paris Paralympics. The time as well as bonus points will be up for competition as well. Sojima-san, can you talk about this? Now, this is the world record is shown here, 1:34.16. At 10 kilometers, there is added bonus point to be provided for women's and men's. The first to pass through will be given 8 points. So this is the same for women and men. So we are very interested to see who is going to pass through the 10-kilometer point first, because it will be 8.8 bonus points for you. There is also a Tokyo Marathon bonus point to be provided as well. This is also at 10 kilometers. There are 2 points to be provided. So you have to, out of the top 3 that will be exceeding the standard time will be provided 1:43.53 for women and 1:29.30 for men. So the top 3 will be provided this 10-kilometer split time award. So having listened to this, what is going to be the target? What's your objective? Sha-san, please.
Like we said, I think it's going to be a fast race. It's a really good course for us to go for a good time. And we're a really strong pack, so it's going to be a close finish. And these bonus points are really exciting for us. It mixes up the race tactics a little bit. So there are going to be like a few sprints within the race, which makes it really exciting. So yeah, we'll see.
So, Misha, you know the Tokyo Marathon very well. So you are winning practically all the races in Tokyo, Misha. Especially toward the finish. Are you trying to be tactical to win at the finish line? What is your tactic during the race? Is it toward the finish that is important, or during the race throughout? Please elaborate further.
So since I'm a little bit older than the others, I don't like to have a sprint finish in a marathon. I really like to have a fast race. I really like if the pack all work together for a fast pace, and then whoever, is the strongest at the finish will win. I don't really like a slow race with a sprint finish. This usually doesn't feel like a marathon to me, so I'll prefer to have a good pace.
Sojima-san, I'm sure you have a lot to learn. Yes, I'm also still competing, and to win at the finish is very important. But I'm not conscious about other people when I'm competing now. But I hope it's going to be a very interesting finish. Manuela-san, if you win, ultimately, that would be very interesting as well. What is the target time? Can you talk about a specific time that you're aiming for?
Since it's the first race of the season, it's really hard to tell a time, but I think it's going to be a fast one.
Yes, I'm sure it's going to be a fast race. And good luck. Now, I'd like to ask Susannah some questions as well. Soishima-san, what is your evaluation? Illinois, in the winter, do you get to train outside? That's how I imagine that to be the case. I went to Illinois once, and I thought that was the case. What kind of training did you do during the winter time?
That's a good question. So as soon as I got back from Oita Marathon in November, I went inside and trained on the roller like Manuela all winter until Monday this week. So I went outside one day and then came here. So I've only been outside once, but that is always what we do leading up to this race for the most part. So I really don't know exactly what to expect, but I had very good training on the roller. But we don't go outside. It is cold and the weather isn't great, but even if the weather's sometimes okay, my coach really likes what we can do on the roller that's different than the road. And so we actually have always a consistent winter training on the roller for specific things. So we train in the gym as well. So a couple times in the gym and then on the roller 6 days a week.
So you've only practiced one time outside this year, only one day. That's very impressive. That's amazing. For 2 months and 3 months, you can't go outside. I've never experienced that. And you haven't been training outside and to compete. That's really amazing. Thank you. But SCARONI-san, Susannah, what is your target time? What is your objective for the race? What kind of race do you want to have?
Well, my objective is really to see what my fitness is like right now, since it is very early for me. But I also want to have a strong race. Kind of like Manuela, I just like pushing myself and making sure I'm working hard and see how that does over that long of a race in the marathon. I think especially with the bonus coming at 10K, and it's pretty much a downhill, nice, smooth at the beginning. I think it's going to start off really fast. And that means my objective is to try and go off as hard as I can, probably in that 10-kilometer range. And that's probably going to set the tone for a very fast race, and whoever is still there. And in terms of a target time, I really don't know. I know it'll be really cold on Sunday morning, but it looks like it'll be dry, which is going to be good. So hopefully it's under a 1:34.
That's very amazing and impressive. But I think that objective is very important to drive yourself for the race, because everyone is going to be following you. All the athletes will be following you. So Tsuchida-san, what is the strength of Tsuchida-san? I don't have any strengths. Well, competing with the international athletes, you want to keep up with them. And I'm sure you've prepared for this race as well. So what are your thoughts about this race? Every year, the level of competition is becoming higher. But I believe in my possibilities, but I don't know how far I can go. But that's the consciousness I have, and that's how I'm training. And on Sunday, I'm sure it's going to be a fast start, and the high-speed athletes will go ahead, and the two of us will try to capture the leading pack. And I think this will give us a better time as well as a better ranking. So I want to test myself about my strength during the race. Similar question for Kina-san. Every year, the race is becoming faster. And I want to test myself on how I can compete in this high-speed race. I'm sure it's going to be a high-speed race, and there's going to be leaders in the race. And last year, I wasn't able to keep up with the leading athlete. So this is the first race for the year. I want to be off to a good start. So similar to Tsuda-san, I want to be aggressive and drive myself so that I can strive forward. So how far is it going to be? So the international athletes are going to be leading the race, and we wonder how Japanese athletes can keep up. So this is similar for the men's field as well. It seems that there is going to be a leader of the field, and then there are athletes that are trying to keep up, which is very challenging. But I hope that you will maintain the determination to keep up with the athletes before you. With this, we'd like to bring this talk session to a close. Thank you very much. So we will do the photo session now. We will start the photo session. The still cameras first, and then the movie cameras to follow. So still cameras first, and please raise your hand to get the eyesight directed to you. Please look toward the center. So that's it for the still cameras.
Okay, okay. Okay, next movie session. The look behind the room. Okay. はい、OK です。ありがとうございます。
Thank you very much. This is the conclusion of the photo session. Thank you very much to the athletes. Please give them a big round of applause. Next, we will start the elite wheelchair athletes men's press conference. We will make preparations.
Thank you for coming again, Sojima-san. We're now going to begin the press conference for wheelchair invited men's athlete 1001, Daniel Romanchuk. He's from the US, getting second in Abbott World Marathon Majors Series 15. But bib number 1004, Josh Cassidy. He's from Canada, and this will be his deputy secretary. Bib number 1005, Suzuki Tomoki. Suzuki is with Saitama Motors and came second in last year's Tokyo Marathon. And 1008, Watanabe Show. Watanabe is with Tokyo Marathon and was third in last year's Tokyo Marathon. So, give a big hand to the athletes. Now, Sojima-san, you're going to participate in the race as well, so let's enjoy this talk session. First, your opening remarks and comment on your condition at the moment. How do you assess yourself? First, Mr. Romanchuk.
I knew something wasn't quite right. So I think training has been going pretty well. I've been able to go outside. I have been going to Florida a little bit with my grandmother lives down there, and so I've been able to see her and then work with my equipment company as well, Top End, and so I think everything is going well.
Mr. Cassidy,
ご挨拶と
opening remarks, and how do you assess yourself?
Yeah, thank you for having me here, and this is also first marathon of the year. I've also been indoors training all winter since the end of October, but was out in Dubai for track races for 10 days in Sharjah, so that was good, and I feel that was the first test on the track outdoors, but still building up marathon mileage right now, but interested to see how tomorrow goes, or Sunday goes.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you. Suzuki-san, please go ahead. Training has been going on very well. Since last year, I have been under a new coach. Last week, I was in Dubai, and in 1,500, I was able to make a good record. Watanabe-san, thank you for having me. My name is Watanabe, and I'm in good condition. And before I came here for 20 days in Ishigaki Island of Okinawa, I trained well, so I'm very well prepared. Thank you. Sojima-san, so how do you predict the wheelchair men's race? What kind of race are you expecting? This year, we don't have Marcel Hug with us, so it's going to be a different race. I'm thinking that it will be a bit different. So who's going to be the Marcel Hug of this year? So who's going to make that change? I'm really looking forward to that. And I want to run like this. This is the way I want to race. Do you have plans? Mr. Romanchuk, please go ahead.
One thing that racing has taught me over the years is that you can plan as much as you want, but as soon as that gun goes off at the start of the race, something else is going to happen, and you're going to have to adapt. And so, I'm thinking that it might be a first 10K might be fast with the bonuses involved. After that, I'm not entirely sure what will happen. We've still got a pretty good field here. Yet Marcel is not here, which will certainly change things a little bit. But I think it'll still be a pretty exciting race.
So, Mr. Cassidy, what do you think? What kind of race are you expecting?
Similar. If I've learned anything, it's about dropping expectations. You have an intention of what you'd like. I would love for it to be a fast race, personally. First marathon of the year. I'm not sure, where everybody is at and how that will turn out. But looking forward to, hopefully a good fast race. And I don't know what will happen either.
副島さんからロマン
Sojima-san, what's your impression of Mr. Romanchuk and Mr. Cassidy? Well, regarding Daniel, he escapes from the pack. That's the image I have. We won't have Marcel, so are you going to be in his position, Daniel? That's my guess.
I don't know. Maybe. This is, I think, my second Tokyo marathon, and so I don't know the course as well as others. So I'm not entirely sure what to expect.
And you
ask some questions now. Do you guys want to go fast? What should we do?
なるほど。
So, Suzuki-san, what's your advice? And Watanabe-san, what's your advice? Well, I want to live up to the challenge. In Tokyo Marathon, I want to appeal my own presence. 1:23:49. I have to beat that. And I won't be in the top in the high performance ranking. So I will live up to the challenge, and I want to pursue good time. I know your answer is going to be similar, but what's your image? After the gun goes off, what's your plan? How do you want the situation to unfold? Well, I have no intention to make the race, but I'm assuming it will be a fast-paced race, and I've been preparing based upon that assumption. So I'm here to get the medal. So I'm going to concentrate on winning. Wow. Mr. Cassidy, you were concerned about the course. Suzuki-san and Watanabe-san, once again, how do you view Tokyo's course? What's your assessment? If you look at the course map, it's obvious. Up to 5 kilometers, it will be downhill, and then it will be flat thereafter. And there's no major uphill or downhill. So if in the first half you get a good time, you can probably expect a full race good time. So in the first half, I think everybody will be aggressive, and you can capture an opportunity if you're good in the first half. Suzuki-san, how do you view the course? Same as Watanabe-san, but after it becomes flat, it will be quite a stable pace, a high pace, because if you want to make a record, you have to beat that. Again, Sojima-san, from the Japanese team, what are the strengths of Suzuki-san and Watanabe-san? What's your personal assessment of these two Japanese athletes for this race? Well, Watanabe-san said that he's here to win, and Suzuki-san has been practicing to win and to be high-ranking in high-performance ranking. So there's a slight gap in the goals, but how is that going to influence the leading pack? So that will be interesting. 2024 is the Paris year. You have the Paralympics. What's your hope for the Paralympics? So, Jima-san, that will be an interesting question to ask. Yes. Then from you, Daniel? What's your thoughts for Paris?
Yes. So my, always, it's a big big event this year, and hoping to peak at that certainly. The goal is always to bring home medals. And so, yeah, really excited to start the year off here and kind of see where things are at.
For myself, for Paris, our selections aren't until July. They're quite challenging to make the team. Like for Tokyo, the year for Tokyo, I was ranked 9th in the world international rankings, and I didn't make the team to participate. So it's a similar situation. The times to achieve are very fast. Even if you achieve the times, even if you rank well, it doesn't guarantee selection. So, you just have to work hard, go as fast as you can, and don't know until July what the situation is.
Suzuki-san. Frankly speaking, I don't know whether I'll be able to get a ticket to Paris. That's where I am today. Assuming that I can go to Paris, I wasn't able to capture a medal in Tokyo Paralympics for marathon, and I want to gain that back. So if I want to do that, I have to do well in Tokyo Marathon, or else I won't be able to capture a medal in Paris. Personally speaking, I don't want this fanfare regarding the selection for the Paralympic. I'm stressed with all of the press reporting of the selection criteria and so and so. So I'm not so particular about Paris Paralympics as I used to be. I'm trying to concentrate on upgrading my skills in the sport of marathon, and naturally, if that leads me to Paris, then fine.
Comment as well. I don't remember the exact numbers, but I also remember in Tokyo leading up, I think there were 5 or 6 Japanese athletes in the marathon in the top 12 in the rankings leading up, and there was only one selection to make the team, correct? So I think this is a problem, and maybe a controversial thing to say, but a true tragedy right now with the sport is you have so many top athletes that aren't making Tokyo, that won't make Paris, because the way that the international and national selection criterias are. We had, I think, was it 16 athletes in the marathon in Tokyo when there could have been a strong field of 40 athletes. So I think this is something that has to be looked at from the IPC. I think that there should be automatic selections for the top 20 athletes in each event should automatically be going to the games. Like, I couldn't believe that Japan has such a strong marathon field and only 1 out of the 6 went. So I don't know what can change now, but I think it has to be said for the sake of the sport and the progress of the sport, because that's what makes sport exciting. Everyone wants to see all the best at the Paralympics. And currently, it's like not all of the best can be there. So hopefully that can change.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, Josh. Yes. The athletes do have their views regarding the selection criteria. Right. Of course, each athlete would have his or her own views. And it's not really easy to move things immediately, but I hope gradually things change. But day after tomorrow, Tokyo Marathon will begin. So what's your target?
I'm not. I don't have too much of a target in mind. It's the first race of the year, and so for me, it's just kind of see how the winter training went, And I've made some adjustments to equipment and stuff like that. So interested to see how that affects everything. But I certainly think it could be a good fast race.
So, adjustment of equipment and athletes are doing things to do their best. Yes, of course, we do. We take those measures. Mr. Cassidy, so what's your target, straightforwardly?
Straightforwardly, I really need to hit under a 128 or even better, a 123. I'm not sure what's possible. It's just to go as fast as possible. Like I said, this is early for me. I don't have the marathon training base that I would like at this point. My life with training inside, usually I would go somewhere warm. I have a son now, so juggling life as a father is different. However, I was surprised 2 weeks ago, even though my training volume hasn't been as much as I would like. I had a personal best on the track 2 weeks ago. So, there are good surprises. I'm just looking forward to just being present, enjoying Tokyo, giving my everything, and we'll see what the result is.
Suzuki-san, 121, 1 hour 21. 2020 Tokyo Marathon. I ran alone and I got that time, so it's not impossible. Thinking about my current condition and the environment, I don't know how the things will unfold Sunday, but that's my target. Watanabe-san, what about you? As I said, I want the championship. I'm not just going to wait and see how well I do. I'm here to win. Thank you very much. So, Sojima-san included 4 athletes, 5 athletes are here, but Watanabe-san, any questions you want to ask to the foreign athletes or anyone else on the stage? Let's have a drink after the race.
Yes.
Suzuki-san, how about you? I don't want to be serious after that joke, but Daniel, you said you adjusted equipment, so I'm a bit concerned about that.
Yeah, some of it is just trying, slightly different positioning, and so just, always adjusting things, try and figure out what works best for different scenarios. One position might work better for certain race with lots of uphills and downhills. Some other positions might work better for other flatter races. Always kind of just adjusting things here and there and seeing how things go.
Now, Suzuki-san, having heard his response, what do you feel? Thank you for the information. That's my only reaction. Mr. Romanchuk, any question you wish to ask others?
Nope.
でも改めて東京という街、どんな印象がありますか?
What's your image of the city of Tokyo?
It's great to be here, and I always love the hospitality of Tokyo. It's great.
Have you already enjoyed some Japanese food after your arrival here?
I have not gone out to get anything yet. Straight to bed.
Wow. But after the race with Watanabe-san, have a drink. Mr. Cassidy, what's your impression of Tokyo?
Oh, it's a beautiful city and so huge. And the first time I came for 2019 marathon, I couldn't believe how clean it was for the biggest city in the world that it is. So it's always a pleasure to be here. I love to visit the Japanese culture, and also the Tokyo Marathon I only completed one time in the year with the very rainy, freezing rain weather. So I'm looking forward to a
も副島さん、本当に
Soejima-san. So the race takes place in 2 days. I'm getting excited after hearing those comments. Right. What's the mindset of the athletes? How are they going to position themselves in the start line? And how are they going to form the race? I'm really, really interested. And let's be watching the competition. I wish we had more time, but we have to close. Thank you very much.
さあ、では男子の皆さんもフォトセッションに移ります。
So we move on to the photo session for the men's.
はい、ではこの後男子のフォトセッションに移らせていただきます。
We move on to the men's photo session, and after that, we will do a mixed photo session with both men and women. Like we did previously, we will do the still photographers first and then video later.
中央がそうですね。はい、でまずは中央のオフィシャルカメラマンさんの。
Please take a look at the center cameraman. Cameraman at the center, please.
はい、ありがとうございます。それでは
Thank you. Please take a look at your left.
はい、ありがとうございます。では
Thank you. Your right. Take a look at your right. Athletes, take a look at your right, please.
はい、ありがとうございます。
Thank you. Video photographers are towards the back, so can you look at the people who are waving at the back?
はい、ではそのままガッツポーズをします。
And can you do a guts pose?
よろしいでしょうか。はい、ありがとうございます。
Thank you. That concludes the men's photo session. And we're now going to do the mixed photo session with the women in a few moments.
.でこちらの男女混合パターン。
So there will be two versions, one with race director Soejima-san and one without race director Soejima-san.
はい、それでは選手の皆様、中央の
Athletes, can you look at the official cameraman with the orange bibs?
.はい、ありがとうございます。では上手側。
Thank you. Please take a look towards your left.
はい、ありがとうございます。では続いて
Thank you. To the right.
はい、ありがとうございます。では続いて後方の
Thank you. Video cameraman at the back. Staff are waving. Please take a look at the staff that are waving.
はい、ではこれもガッツポーズいきましょう。
Make a pose.
よろしいでしょうか。はい、ありがとうございます。
Thank you. And then the second version without Mr. Soejima.
はい、では先ほどと同じように。
Likewise, please first of all look at the center.
はい、ありがとうございます。では向かって。
Left.
はい、ありがとうございます。では続いて右手側に目線。
Thank you. Right.
はい、ありがとうございます。
Thank you. And finally, the video cameraman at the back.
はい、ではこれもガッツポーズいきましょうか。 はい、ありがとうございます。
Thank you. That concludes the photo session, including the mixed photo session. Thank you very much. The YouTube streaming for wheelchair will conclude, and from 1300 hours, the Marathon Elite streaming will be on Nippon Television Sports official YouTube channel. Thank you very much. There will be a media scrum for the wheelchair athletes, men and women separately. So please stay on. And from 9 o'clock, Nippon Television will offer a broadcast of the Tokyo Marathon, and commercials broadcasting of Nippon Television G-Stas will be airing the wheelchair marathon. So please enjoy the Tokyo Marathon 2024. We will prepare for the media scrum. Thank you to you all for being here.